do this. Hey, everybody. Waiting for my friend to get here. Hey, y'all. Different hair today. Different hair. Thanks to Sir Tony. Let's see who's in here. How y'all doing? Wildcard Wednesdays. We're here. Wherever I am. There she is. Let's go. I hope your Wednesday's going good, you guys. Here we go. No. Hey, friend.
Hey, okay. Welcome Wednesday.
Hello, we in here.
How are you?
I'm good. Trying to be everything. Fix my hair.
Yo,
Hey,
I love it. You look great.
I change up too much. I scare all the people.
Same here.
Hey, Melba Moore. She's saying hi to us.
Oh.
That's so great. Hey, happy District Advocate Day. Hello.
Yes. Happy
Recording Academy
Day,
here.
everyone.
Huh?
Yes.
We're all in here, man. How we doing? We good?
Yeah.
Hi, Tyte Writer, Crystal. Crystal,
hey,
Tyte Writer is with me today, y'all. This is so dope. She helped me write Where I Am and a couple of other songs. Oh, you got your drink. Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
Bam.
Bam. This ain't nothing but strawberry basil juice.
This is director's. I haven't had a drink of wine in like so long, but
listen,
today, I
cheers.
got you.
I haven't eaten yet, so I didn't want to,
Got you.
Man, so I'm so glad you were able to do this. Huh?
I said, I heard you playing the song in the background. It sounded real good.
Yeah. I had it, I had it for you. I was trying to get it set up for you, but I'm late because I was like, oh, I got to go to the next thing. But anyway, wow. Melba Moore is in here. This is so dope. Nola's in here. Hey, everybody. I'm trying to say hi to all the people, too. Wow, we got people.
Hey,
so anyway, man, I was talking about you with Ivan last week, who we wrote the song with. Right. And he had introduced me to you, and he said, you should call Crystal. She can do what you need.
Yeah.
So, because I wanted, something really crazy, just bossy, Ledisi bossy.
Okay.
And I was like, Crystal, write something. Don't give me just do the real thing on it. So when you got the song, what were you thinking? The track when you got it?
First of all, okay, so to those who are watching, okay, so let me explain the process, right? So Ledisi sends me this song. She's like, hey, Chris, hey, Tyte, I put down this melody or whatever, maybe you can do a little something to it. And, I'm expecting, I'll probably get some real quick little. This woman sent me vocals from angels, and she expected me to mimic this and write a song to it. But anywho, long story short, so Ledisi sent me this melody this track for Where I Am. And she had ideas for the melody for the chorus, and she was scatting around and doing this and doing that. And it felt so good that it just felt natural. I felt pulled right into it, Ledisi. I promise you, I felt pulled right into it. And the story that you're telling, I relate to it. So it felt good creating this. It felt good. I felt like I was taking my power back at the same time as writing a song with you. So it was cathartic for me. So I really appreciate you including me on that song. It was really great.
But what was your, where did you know where to start first on it? Because I was like, just be boss. Complete, from a female perspective, from our perspective.
Well, in your chorus, when you sent the reference over, you already were saying kind of where I am and stuff like that, like in the chorus. So you already gave me some direction. And when you said it, it was just like, oh, I know what to say. I know exactly what to say on this,
It
right?
was so good.
Because it's just kind of like when you're at that place where maybe you're single, maybe you're dating, maybe you're wherever you're at, you know, you're like, look, meet me. You know, I don't want to have to be like, hey, you know, I'm here, you know. But you know, so it felt good for me personally to hear as soon as I heard "Meet Me Where I Am" in the chorus, I was like, oh, I know what to talk about on this one, because it's just kind of like I know that feeling of feeling like I'm giving too much. So this where I'm at.
It was so good. When you sent it back to me, I was like, thank you. You know, these are the words I wanted to say. And it was funny. I couldn't find, I just had a chorus, but I knew what I wanted to say, but I didn't know how to say it. And that's what makes you so great. You're like one of my favorite songwriters in the world. You know how to grab a feeling and go with it. And you go far as you can go. And then you're able to just go back too. I mean, is that hard, compromising? Like when I write a song, it's my baby and I don't want to move it around. But with you working with other people, you have to adjust yourself a lot. How do you do that?
I mean, for me as you know, for me as an artist, it's completely different than me as a writer.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to my personal music, I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, this is my baby, because you feel like this is a representation of me. You know, if somebody else is coming in and writing for me, or writing with me, you know, I think even with you, I think you would always need to be involved with your songs, Ledisi, because you're such a vibe.
I try not to be, though. I really do.
You are a vibe. You know, you're a vibe. And in order to catch the vibe, you know, it's important for me as a writer to respect that. So when I'm going in, you know, I don't get attached when it comes to writing for others, because it's just kind of like whatever you want. I want it to feel like, I'm going to help write this story, and thank God I can help bring my perspective into it as well. But at the end, as a writer, it's really just about bringing your vision to life. So, I mean, it's been times I've been working with people and they do it again. Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Can you do it? And sometimes they just come right back to the first version. And I'm like, that's fine, you know, because you never know the process of songwriting is supposed to be free. You shouldn't get too attached to it, because you never know. I feel like almost every time I rewrite, whenever somebody says, can you tweak this? Can you tweak? I feel like it gets better and better. So it's like, hey, if I can get the ingredients better and better and better, great, you know?
See, most writers aren't like you, though. They're always thinking, oh, well, she didn't like. They're so focused on what you didn't like. And it doesn't mean that I did not like. It means I want to try even more. I want to exhaust and stretch this song as far as I can until it's the song. Because what we want is a song that people can actually feel and gravitate towards forever. I want classic. You know, I want forever in a song. So that's my goal anyways. That's always my goal. But most songwriters that I've worked with, they're just like, here's the song. And then,
oh no,
you know, and they're like, that's that. That's why, well, back in the day, but now it's not like that. And everything, it's funny, on this particular project, on the Wild Card, I felt like I didn't have to write everything, you know?
Did it feel good? Did it feel good to be at that place of letting go a little bit, you know? I'm at the same place. Everything is my baby. I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So I'm at the place where I'm just trying to learn how to let go. Girl, 2020 is forcing us to let go, though.
Listen, I surrender.
Look, but F 2020, man. F 2020. Oh,
yeah, it's been fun watching other women tell a song. And it's funny, not just the women, but the men as well, because another writer, Muhammad, wrote another song that people are going to think I have trouble in my marriage. And I'm like, no, it's not about me. You know what I mean? But I wanted to sing that song because of how good it is, but it has nothing to do with me. So a lot of this project is other people's energy, not just my own. But luckily with you, I wrote the songs that I wanted my energy on. And so you just got it. We did another song together called WKND. And it's so good.
I'm just waiting. When that song come out, listen, y'all can hold me to this. I promise you. When it come out, first of all, Wild Card, August 28th. Don't forget, write it down. Put it
Look at you, Philly. You so Philly.
August 28th, Wild Card, Ledisi releases. And if I don't see you posting about Ledisi on that 28th, I'm gonna be like,
well, you know.
Okay, but when this song comes out, WKND Weekend, when Weekend comes out, I'm gonna get some roller skates and I'm gonna make a video of me roller skating just for you. This is for
Send
everybody. That's what
I will post it
because that song is so fun. You know, I know they haven't heard it yet, but when you know how you felt when you heard Will Smith's "Summertime," or when you heard like those songs that just make you feel good. I know you referenced when we were talking about it. You referenced Shaka Khan, right? You was like, right. I just that good feeling, that good energy. I just want to pull that feeling into this. I just wanted to feel good. And we did a few rewrites on that song. And I felt like every time it just kept getting better and better and better. And maybe it's because I've been writing for so long. You know, I've been doing it 23 years now. So I guess now
That's why I went to you.
You know, I guess I respect the artist. I respect the process. And my ego is not up here. You know, I think the best thing you can do is to kill your ego because it helps you to grow so much. So over the years, I've had to kill my ego. It wasn't always easy for me to collaborate. I promise y'all. So other writers that are watching this, I get it. I promise. But you gain so much more from getting the perspective of the other person, and you can heal through it and learn so much. And it helps you bond more with the artist as well, because I feel like if I just came in late and you sent me that and I was just like, all right, that's it. You trying to get rewrites and tweaks because you want to make it your own. And I'm like, no, man, that's good. Keep it. You know?
I was freaking out too. I can be an overthinker when I write, and that's why it's great having another headspace, having you there to go balance me out, because I overthink. Mm-hmm. But that's why I say by the time people get my project and they critique it on their own, I've already thought of that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, I already thought of that. What you thinking?
What you're doing all day, like
right.
About how to put the best product out, right?
Exactly. And so, you guys, if you're watching and you have any questions, not booking questions, because I already see a booking question. If you have any questions other than booking or anything outside of the music, just focus on the music. You have any questions, please put them in there, and I'll look at those for myself or for Tyte Writer. Please put them in there. But yeah, when I ask you to write stuff, it's funny. The other thing I wanted people to know is that you and I met a long time ago around the Truth album.
Yep.
And around the Truth album, we were trying so many songs, and nothing worked for that project. Yep. But I never, because of how you worked and how you were, I was like, I'm going to work with her again. So I want people to understand how even if you work with someone and it doesn't pan out all the way right then and there, years later, I was like, every year I would try to call you to, can you see? Yeah. Can she? And then I
ran into each other. Then we ran into each other recently out in Cali. You know, for the Recording Academy stuff, and it was just
like, bro, you look good. The vibe.
Yes,
but you were working. You were doing music there. You don't. What I love about you, I don't know what it is about Ivan's friends. Everybody he's around, they all have this sense of community to help the community. You too are an advocate for our industry of people, all the creatives. Like, you go out and do that. Is that something Ivan taught you, or where did you get that from?
Just going out, you know, I'm naturally a people person. It's funny because when it comes to meeting people, I like to meet people, but then when it comes to people really getting to know me, that's what really takes time. Yeah. You know, but on the surface, I'm a naturally friendly person. I'm easygoing. I'm not judgmental or anything like that. So, you know, having people like Ivan and our management as well, because we have the same management.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, having the same management as well, I had a good team around me to set examples. And, you know, Carvin and Ivan, when they were doing all that stuff, I was around when they were doing all that music soul child stuff too. And I was just
I didn't know that.
Watching, I've been with them since 2005. 2005. And you know, so I've been you know, and I prayed. I said, God, look, send me some God-fearing people that's gonna have my back and show me the way to do it, right? And I promise you, within like a month, everything happened. And Ivan, Carvin, Mike, Jay, and just all the other people that I've worked with. I've worked with a lot of artists, and I watch everyone. And I remember what I like about what people do, and I remember what I don't like about what people do.
Yeah.
And I never want to make people feel the way somebody made me feel. So when I'm going out, when I see people out in the street, when I run into you, You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be love. When we get in that studio, it's gonna be love. But
All
it
the
wasn't
time.
always like that. It wasn't always like that for me.
Really?
It was a lot of nerves a long time ago because my confidence wasn't where it needed to be. You know, I knew I had a gift, but I wasn't trusting God to just, you know, if you're in this room right now, you're supposed to be in this room, Crystal. Like, don't, you know. But I guess that's where it all. I naturally was a friendly person, an outgoing person, a person that wanted to connect with people, wanted to understand people, and wanted to help more than anything else. And anyway, right. I don't care if I'm helping you feed your cat or if I'm helping you write a song. You know, my heart is to help people because I know what it's like to be the person that nobody's helping. Woo. Or nobody's hearing or nobody's seeing. Right. Or people are just like, maybe they get that you have a talent, but this person's hot right now, so nobody's paying attention. It takes so much, Ledisi, for us to last this long. You know, like I said,
you just gonna preach all over the IG. Just preach all over that.
Don't make me do a praise dance up in here.
It's about sustaining, sustaining quality, not losing your mind. You know what I want to say.
Look, I already did a few times, and it's okay. You get it back, and you like, okay,
listen,
I ain't gonna do that no more.
Sustaining. I don't have to be number one, but I have to be in the number. That's all. That's all.
Everybody,
I just want to be in the number. Huh?
In the number.
Okay.
In the number. And here's a good number for you. August 28th,
hey!
2020, Ledisi, wild card coming out. Make sure you put it down in your calendar. If you don't, I'm coming for you. Okay? What's up? COVID ain't holding me back. I'm coming for you. Make sure you get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Why you Philly? Just Philly all day.
Philly. I'm surprised I didn't say join yet. I'm surprised I didn't say join.
I was waiting for it. I'm married to Philly, so there you go. I'm around it all day, every day. But somebody had a question for you. They wanted to know, there was two questions. One was, what does the collaboration process look like? The other was, how do you curtail writer's block? That was the other one.
I mean, the collaboration process looks different depending upon what artist you're working with. So I'll give like three quick examples. I did a song with Tyte Writer called West Side. We collaborated on it, but I was never in a room with him and I never talked to him. I sent the song to his A&R. The A&R took it to him. That was still a collaboration, Then there's times when I'm right there in the studio from the moment the music is being made with the person, and you get to like put your input in there, and they give their energy, and you're working with a bunch of musicians, and it's just organic and it just comes to life, and that's amazing too, And then there's what happened between us with the song that we did. And with everything that's happening right now, we all know COVID-19. Oh my goodness, don't be mean, COVID-19. Okay. But everybody knows. I don't be trying to be funny, but I crack myself up sometimes.
You are hilarious. Hilarious.
But with us, since everything was happening, we weren't able to be together, but you hit me up. I think you were working with Ivan on some music, and you were like, look, I got these tracks. And then after we did the first song, Where I Am, you sent me the other, and both of them had references on them. And me, I mean, personally, I love you, Ledisi. I think you're an amazing songwriter, and I think you have great creative ideas. So when it came through on my end, and I got to hear all of the scat and the melodies and everything that you were doing, I was like, oh, I'm about to go in. Like, I look at it as fuel for the fire, but that comes with learning to respect people, and it can especially be hard in the industry for women, so getting to that point where it's the fear is gone, the insecurity is gone, and it's just all love, like it opens up different doors and it allowed me personally connect even more with you, so I thank God for that. But those are the three and I'm sure there's plenty of other ways of collaborating with people, but that's just three instances, and I'm glad you brought up writer's block. I said it looks like Atajad. I think that's, I know I'm saying your name wrong. I'm sorry, but I don't get writer's block, and I'll tell you why. It's because I prepare my mind. So what I mean by that is I number one, I keep a list of concepts, titles, this, that, and I've been doing that for like years. I can go back and show you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And to be quite honest, I barely ever touch it. But I make sure that if it comes down to the point where, oh my gosh, I need some inspiration, is already right there for me, because I'm constantly Ledisi. Listen, when you're talking to me, when we're having conversations and stuff, you might say something. I'll be like,
always have a story.
Where's my phone?
We're always writing songs, but we conversate. It's the weirdest thing. We have song titles creative
every time. I'm gonna tell you why. And this is the other side of writer's block. I'm gonna tell you why it's always song titles coming out. When you're a creative, you cannot try to block what's coming through you. You are a medium. You know what I'm saying? You are a medium for something that already exists. You know, I hate to get all spiritual on y'all, but to be quite honest, it's not you. You know what I'm saying? The gift was given to you. So it's like, the question is, are you going to trust that I have this? When I go in now, I just go in, I put the headphones in, and the first thing that comes out, I let it out. And I don't fight whatever comes out. Then I go back with a fine-tooth comb. Usually I get some words right away. You know, some words will pop there. And then I just go back and I listen. And I'm like, well, what does this feel like? It feels like I'm talking about this. Because I didn't even know what I was going to do, because like I said, it's divinely inspired, you know? So it's coming through me, you know? So for writer's block, I say you can do two things. You can, one, prepare by having like a list or something in your phone of ideas. Constantly, I say, go through magazines. I teach courses on songwriting. So shout out Dash program. Hey, literacy for Dash.
And make sure you follow her.
Yeah,
follow her.
Tyte Writer, TYTEWRITER.
I should have put it up here. I'm so sorry.
So that's the first thing. I mean, you can look at Billboard magazine. I mean, you can look at billboards. You can look at magazines. You can listen to your friends. Tune into what life is saying to you. Write it down when you hear something cool. My nephew said something the other day, and I was like, "Oh, that's a song title." He was like, "Yeah, you can have it," you know. But you know, and you know, and for the second thing, like, I think that as soon as I learned how to stop getting in the way of what was coming through, it just opened up. I can write any time of day, any hour, in any mood, because first thing I'm going to do is tap into how I'm feeling. I'm not going to try and fight it. You know, it's different when I have to write for other people, but I'm going to tap into how I'm feeling, and I'm going to let it out, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to tweak it. But I don't force anything. And that's the best answer I can give you, buddy, about writer's block. I know it was long-winded, but, you know, forgive me.
No, it's beautiful. It was beautiful. It's like, I never have the words, this album. I didn't have any words until something happened. I didn't force it, you know, and when I didn't know, I asked for help. I wasn't afraid or ashamed to ask for help. Yeah. And it's funny, a lot of my help came from women this project. I've used a lot of different songwriters, female songwriters.
Shout out to the females. Wild card, August 28th, 2020. Okay, I'm done.
They also asked a question about, I had a quick question though, and I'll answer their question. Mm-hmm. What do you like being more, an artist or a songwriter? Because to me, I would, if I had a choice, which I don't have anymore, I would have been a teacher or a songwriter and just chilled in the back, honestly.
Really?
Because being an artist requires so much, you know. Yeah. But I appreciate it. I'm blessed by it. I would never change anything that's happened. But if God said, "Do you want to pick?" before I had started, I would have said, "Oh yeah, songwriter, definitely," you know, or teacher. That's my thing, you know. And I always say, if I was to quit the business, that's what I would probably become. But it's not for me. I'm supposed to be who I am. But I'm asking you though, if you had, you get to do both. But if someone put you in a corner and said you have to pick one, you know, or which one would you like to do more, or than the other? Or is that unfair to ask?
No. I have a very interesting answer for that. So
okay, I'm listening.
So okay. So quick, I promise you, 60-second flashback. I started off in a girl group, you know. So when I started off, I was like, oh, cool. But I found myself doing a lot of the writing and not liking the attention, right? So as time progressed, I realized, you know, I had interest from Atlantic at one time. As a group, we had interest from Sony. But every time I realized that I was afraid. I was afraid to walk in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I was afraid to carry I knew the weight of being an artist because I developed artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I knew the weight of being an artist because I've had some artists signed to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I knew what it would take if I chose to be an artist. And for me, it was fear that stopped me from walking through those doors. So now I'm about to finally release a project, you know.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Finally.
I got out of my own way. So
Get
I've been
it.
asking for years, and I kept saying, "Oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming." It's finally actually coming.
Wow.
I'm finishing up mixing and content, but you know, for me, my answer before this year or a little bit before this year would have been songwriter for sure. I get to have I get to be incognito. Only people in the industry really know who I am. You know, I don't have to worry about going into the market and somebody, or eating dinner and somebody, can I get an autograph? And I'm just like, what I really need people, everybody watching this, what I need you to understand is artists are just like you. They are no different than you. They just decided to follow their dream. And it just so happened that it turned into this. And now everybody knows them. But guess what? Just because everybody knows them, it doesn't mean that they're not still the same person that they were in the hood when 10 people knew them. You know what I'm saying? So we haven't changed.
Preach on, sister.
We're sharing our gift with you. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, I knew what artists went through. You know what I'm saying? I work with artists. I work with some of the top names in music, you know, and it's just kind of like, I know the pressure you go through, Ledisi. I know how hard it is. You know, I understand the sacrifices that you probably had to make. You know, I understand the times where you had to show up with a smile on your face and you didn't want to, you know? And so for me, watching everybody, I'm like I said, I'm an Aquarius. We sit back, we watch, we, you know, and we constantly thinking. And you know what I was thinking every single time? I don't want no parts of this. You know? That's what I was thinking, Ledisi, I swear. But the fact of the matter is, I realized that the message that I have, is uniquely mine, and people need to hear my voice. So for everybody out there who's afraid, that don't that doesn't mean that tomorrow you have to make it happen. It's just start figuring out, why are you afraid? Why are you afraid to walk through that door? Because, you know, I know not everybody on here is going to be somebody who believes in God. But for me, it's like, if I trust God to lead my life, and I'm like, yo, I got to let go and trust that, okay, it's going to be good. And that's, Ledisi, it's been hard. It has been hard for me to let go of control and say, I'm going to walk through these doors where I have no clue what is about to happen, and let it happen to me. And you know why it's so hard? Because I got visions of what my future would look like as a kid. And it was so big that it happened. It was so big that it scared me. So I was like, once I was like a successful songwriter, I was like, I'm making good money. I'll sit right here. I'm gonna sit right here. But now it's just kind of like not anymore. And you know, watching people like you know, it's such an inspiration. It's like, okay, you know, I like to bring up like Rhapsody and like Estelle and like just people that Rhapsody don't know me from a can of paint. I just respect what she does. But you know,
she's incredible too. Yeah, girl. She's incredible. Her, Ciroc, there's a lot of wonderful artists out there. Yeah.
I bow down. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, I'm at the point right now, like, Crystal, you've had enough examples. You see, and you know by talking to these women that they've been through a lot, and you've been through a lot too. You know what I'm saying? But listen, don't be afraid for people to see your face. You know, for people to know you when you walk down the street. It already started happening. Once people, you know, I go out and the people who follow this type of world will know who I am, you know, and I realized that it didn't bother me anymore. You know, I realized that I like talking to people. I like, you know, and I just have to learn when to assert myself. Sorry, this is not a good time. I need to, you know, but the message that I have to bring is way more important than my personal insecurities. So thank you so much for being an inspiration. You know, thank you for allowing me to express myself through you, because although it's although it's your songs, you know, there's still a part of me in every song we do together. So, you know, I don't know if all the artists that I work with really, I don't know if they truly understand how much I am grateful to them for allowing me to be a part of their message. That, you know, that's great, because it means we align somewhere, you know. And for those in those moments where I may feel like, wow, I didn't connect. Yeah, me and Ty Dolla $ign may have never went in the studio together. I may have never met him, but we aligned, you know?
Yeah. Well, you have to trust you have to trust like
Mhm.
that energy of creativity, and
Yeah.
that's the God part that has nothing to do with you. That's the part that you become the song and let the song go. It's the
Yes.
you
Okay.
let the song go.
Uh-huh.
Because
Uh-huh.
I've recorded, like I said, a lot of duets, and they weren't there with me. But it,
Right.
like PJ said, we have relationship. That means he and I knew each other, but also the other guys, I kind of knew them. They kind of knew me, and they knew the energy. And when I wrote the songs, most of the time, I'm thinking of that person and
Right.
how they move and sing when they deliver a song. So I'm hoping they
Right.
can sing it too. So I love writing for other people, but they never think that I would write for them because I'm an artist.
Right.
Because artists get a lot of slack for not wanting to share, and that's not true. Not
Right.
with me, at least. I don't know
Mhm.
about other artists. I can't speak for all of us, because there are some of us that just like to not just interact with other artists or be that personable with people. But for me, I like writing for other people. I love it.
Yeah.
I've been in COVID, I've been writing for a lot of people, and that's
I
been
never knew.
fun.
I didn't know that you were
I
writing
didn't.
for others. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I've been secretly doing it.
Okay.
So that's
Get
been
it.
fun.
Get it.
I've been
Yes.
secretly doing it and trying to just pray that they use it, because people are scared of my voice. Like, they're
Mm.
like, well, I'm not going to sing what you sang. I don't want you to sing
Be
it
you.
how I
Be
sing.
you. Be
Right.
you.
So they're always afraid. But there are people that are just as particular as I am. And
Mm-hmm.
so they trust me sending them a song, because I don't do it normally. But Luther did it. All the greats did it. But
Right.
only with other people that had the same mindset. So
Right.
you explained about confidence. So I think she answered that question, you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about being an artist you don't like? There's nothing that I don't like. I just, it makes you become something you're normally not. Like being
Right.
on live, IG live, that's just not my thing, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? I'm here because
Mhm.
I have to be, because I want people
Yeah.
to learn my process of how I created this album on my own without any help, but with all these
Mhm.
wonderful people, and how they can teach you something while I'm teaching you about my process. So I'm here. Do you
Right.
know what I mean? But Ledisi, who
Yeah.
doesn't normally do this, she doesn't normally expose herself and be here in front of you. So it's worth it for me. So yeah, I don't know why it keeps going out. Oh, it's almost an hour. Let's see. But yes, I'm very happy to be here. It's
Oh.
teaching me how to come out of my shell. Yeah. So yeah, someone asked would I sing at a wedding? Not right now. Not with COVID going on.
You said not right now. I'm singing on a wedding.
No,
I'm
I'm
singing on a
good.
wedding.
And I'm negative. Hallelujah. I took a test and everything. God is good. But
And
yeah, having you on my project finally, where your
yes.
name is there, not just in my computer, because we have so many songs that you've written
Right.
for me
Right.
in my computer. But we
You know
finally
what
have
though,
you.
let's see. I'm glad you brought that up though, because just quickly, patience is a virtue. You know what I'm saying? Just because you align with someone, and it's been plenty of people I've gone in with, and we write songs, and nothing materializes on the album, and then years
Right.
later, something happens. So if you want to really make it in this game, you gotta have some patience for sure.
Like, for
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
You know,
Seriously.
normally artists, there's a reason why they go through, have songs sent to their management first,
Mm-hmm.
because people won't say, oh, you took my song. It's
Right.
all done
Yep.
correctly. So don't email, direct message anyone the way, because someone asked, can I send a song? Just don't do it like that. Do it the proper way. Like maybe going to the website, reaching out to management, saying, hey, I have a song for Led, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
That's one way. Some people do it that way, but then you get into, they took my song. I'm not trying to do none of that. Quincy
Exactly.
Jones suggested never do that. Quincy Jones would never take music that way. You'd have to go through the proper channels. Would I do a duet with Jennifer? Definitely. Definitely Jennifer Hudson. I love her. I love Jennifer Hudson. She could sing her face off. One of my favorite singers. Who else? Any more questions? I'm just making sure because people come in. You never answer the questions. So, but yeah,
why you never?
You never. You have any questions for me? You know, I always ask the guests all the time. Anything you want to.
I mean, for me, I would say, what would be your advice for new artists? Because technically, although I've been in this industry for, like I said, 23 years, although I've been doing this for so long, I'm still considered a new artist. So what is your advice for a new artist coming into the game? What's the best advice you could give?
Wow. It's so different now. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what we're coming into too. We're transitioning into something really new that I'm learning.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
This new way of marketing our music and getting it to our fans is like this now. I would say embrace your circle.
Yeah.
Your circle fan base and all the people you know around you. Ask for help as much as possible and embrace that wave. Let it grow. Like how when I started, I was blessed to have live performances 3 nights a week as an independent artist. And I build my fan base through word of mouth and performing. Now you have to build it on this little box right here.
Right? Like, hello people, this is me.
This is where we are.
This is me, like this is me. So, but you know what? But you know what? I think that's the hardest part. As for me, I feel so misunderstood to the point where I feel like I have to put the music out to kind of give people an insight into my head. Do you ever feel that way when you put music out? Like I feel like people don't know Ledisi, so Ledisi needs to put this project out or this body of work out so people can see into my heart, into my mind, into my soul.
In the beginning, yes. In the beginning, it is. I had to. I think when I got to Turn Me Loose, the second album, and a little bit on Pieces of Me, I had to show people who I am through my music. And after The Truth, I didn't care anymore.
So wait a minute. Why when you got The Truth was there that change? What happened? Was there something that happened?
When you get older, you stop worrying about what other people think of you or to prove yourself to other people. You just stop doing that. I don't have anything to prove to anyone. All I have to do is sing a really good song. Sing your butt off and walk away. Because I can't control what other people think of me. I can't control how they receive it. I can't control I can't make anyone like me or how I am. It's too much work all that stuff. You have to stop all that. That's why I started writing books and I became an author to help other people understand that people are going to do what they want to do. You just do what you do and make sure you stay focused in that and embrace the journey. Because there's so much stuff that was great that I missed out focusing on how other people feel about it. I missed great moments. I didn't look around and say, girl, look where you are. You're at the Grammys again. Because I was focused on somebody else.
I got something for you for the Grammys. Oh my goodness.
You did?
So, I remember my first time going to the Grammys, right? So I've struggled with a lot of different insecurities. You talked about you can't worry about somebody liking you and this, that, and the third.
I can.
And you know what? I guess I'll come back to that first. I remember that was really hard for me because I'm always weird at first. And it's not on purpose. It's just until I really know that somebody like they rocking with me, like we cool, I can trust you. It gets tricky for me because I've been through so much stuff personally and in the industry, So like you said, we've known each other for years, but this is the first time that we really are just getting close
like
this. Yeah. And it was so easy. It was so natural, But for me, like getting past those insecurities was tricky. And I think that's what a lot of artists struggle with, you know.
Oh no, it never ends though. It'll never end. It'll
it,
always be a new insecurity. I promise you.
Girl.
Because I have many, but I don't play them up. I can't, what I'm going to do? I still have to work.
Most people don't know that if I could take this off, right? If I could take this off, right? And just move it over here for a second, right? What you will see, right, is, you know, that the theater mask where half of it is crying and half of it is smiling, and it's trying to figure life out, and it's like, why is this happening to me? You know? But I think what you said about just letting go and enjoying a ride, and that brings me back to the Grammys that I went to, and it was Love Connection. No, it was Customer with Raheem DeVore.
Oh, yeah.
With Ivan.
Yeah.
First Grammy nomination. So I remember going, and I was so detached from the experience because I was just thinking about this, thinking about that, thinking about this, thinking about that. All I remember is Katy Perry had some boxes spinning, and that was it. I remember nothing. I mean, I'm serious. I went to all these parties because, you know, that's what you really want to go for, those after parties. That's what everybody really comes to Cali for. When the Grammys happens, we love the show. The show was great. The show was great, but it's those parties, right? But I remember being at those parties and going, and to this day, I can think back on it, and I was so disconnected. I remember just walking around looking and just seeing all of these big names and feeling so insecure. And I'm like, why am I in this room with Jay-Z and Adam Stiller? Ben Stiller and this person and this person. And when you, like I said, what the public forgets is we are regular people. We are all regular people. There are some people who let the fame go to their head, and they forget that they still just a regular person. But we are regular people.
Well, we have extraordinary gifts, you know. We have extraordinary gifts.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So when you, and especially when you connected to God, right? When you connected to that source, and then you start getting put in these circles, and you start seeing it. Me personally, it was hard for me because I was taught this is evil, that's evil, this evil, this evil. You know?
Yeah.
And it was hard for me to really attach to it because I was sitting here watching it like, are they good people? Are they bad people? Were they hurt me? Were they not? Were they this? And nobody knows that.
That's too much work.
Nobody knows that. You know, all they see is me smiling and because my nervousness comes out like that, you know. But,
right.
You know, I would be walking through these rooms and walking through these crowds and remembering my management would tell me, don't go here, don't do this, and don't do this. And remember what I learned from my family and my mama and my mother. And I'm like, wait. You know, it was a lot for me to handle when everything happened. Plus, I had a lot of personal things happen. People forget that you're still a person, like I keep saying, and you still have life happening to you in the midst of all this. So to me, you all are versions of divinity, people who walk into their gift unabashedly, you know, knowing that, yes, I'm going to be scared. I'm going to have insecurities. There's going to be people who think this about me. Some people may not like my voice. They may gossip. They may hate. But I ain't here for that. Like, I came out here. I didn't even do none of this for y'all. I did this because it's what I'm supposed to do. And in the process, it blesses you all. And what I had to realize from watching all of you, that my insecurities, throw them out the door. They don't matter.
I promise you, you get older,
girl,
all of that gonna be like, I'm not doing. Because
listen,
the no, saying the no word is so wonderful, and protecting your circle is so wonderful, and it takes time to get there. It doesn't happen overnight. You're gonna run into some things that are uncomfortable, but it's like having lasting relationships like we had. We let it grow. The same with Ivan and all the people I work with over and over again. Once I love you, you may not know it yet. It'll take like you don't even know how excited I am about you. My face won't say it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And then I text you and people are, I think that's why I'm used to it now. People go, and I'm like, why did you do that? You were in the room with me. This is exciting for me. Like, I couldn't believe we're in the room together. And I don't care what level people are on. I don't care about what they have. I care about who they are as people. Like, once I get to know who they are, as people, as human beings, I'm like, whoa, it's really, really cool to get to meet a spirit like you. There are people that are really incredibly talented that have dark ways of doing things, perplexed ways of doing things.
Perplexed.
And
beautiful.
And they can, and still you might, when they meet me, something about them changes. I don't know what that happens.
Yeah.
But I'm like, are you okay? Like, I go to that. I don't care that you have all these millions of things.
You care.
But I care about the human spirit. It's so important to me. And so when I have people around me that are carrying themselves in a way that they're working hard and I can feel them insecure, I always ask, you okay? You want some water? Did you eat today? Did you take your vitamins? You know, because I remember I have slept on the floor. Okay. I've had nothing. I've figured it out and I'm still here. You know, there's nothing worse than almost being on the street. And there are people that have been on the street that have survived and still made something out of nothing. So when we complain about the little things that we're trying to figure out, I laugh because I'm like, I laugh on the inside because I'm thinking, man, your little bit that you have that you're still not happy with, you can't imagine. I can't wait to have your little bit. Somebody can't wait to have what I have. And we if we learn anything from COVID, we should learn to appreciate the steps we have right now. Because putting out an album, putting out anything right now, and an audience actually loving it or listening to it is a big deal right now. Because it doesn't happen for everybody. It just doesn't.
It's so true.
And I don't have a TV show. I don't have anything before. I didn't all I had was Ledisi singing and Ledisi just singing.
But that's what people need to realize, that when you just follow your gift, I don't care if you know how to whittle well. Whittle that, whittle and go out there and you sell and you kill it. You know what I'm saying?
But it's everything I do, though. When I waited tables, I did it well. I didn't want to be there, but I did it well. They used to love my customers loved me. I was a singing waitress.
I'm understanding something. I'm understanding something very important from this conversation. And, I guess I've been starting to realize it, but, a lot of times we think we know when it's our time, right? A lot of times we think we're ready. A lot of times we think I've been doing the work, I deserve this, you know? But in actuality, we don't realize that, no, stop, because you're still looking at yourself as less than these people who are blessed to be in these positions. And when I finally accepted that we are all just people, when I finally would walk in the room and just be just pure, try to be pure love, try to listen to people, as a songwriter, it's important that I listen, I have to listen, Ledisi, but at this point, I remember working with Justin Timberlake, and I was sitting in a room and I was like, why am I in here? And that's what I would do to myself, Ledisi. I would do it over and over and over and over again.
You're supposed to be there.
I was blessed, because I still, even through all my insecurities and all of my mind chatter, I still kept moving forward. I still kept saying, because I'm a person who likes to face their fears, but I'm finally realizing I am no different than anyone else that is at these places.
Yes, ma'am.
And I need everybody in here. I need y'all to realize this. I know, first of all, August 28th, wild card. Make sure you put it in your phone, okay? Make sure you put it in your calendar. If you don't, like I said about 20 minutes ago, I'm coming for you. Wild card August 28th, okay? All right, I'm sorry.
Hey, Ivan is in here. Hey, Ivan.
When I think about what I like, it's like, no.
You're so crazy. But, what's up, Doc?
No. Ivan up in here. Anywho, but what I'm saying is, listen, even still, and I still have y'all, I still have my insecurities.
Oh, hi to Dalla. Hey, Dalla, I see you. Dalla always support, man.
Hey, let me stop throwing up signs like I know what it is. Because I don't need nobody coming for me. This is the only sign I got to throw up. That is it. That's my sign. I promise y'all that's my sign. Okay. But let's see, listen. It wasn't until I was able to finally start getting out of my shell and start having real conversations with other women in the industry and other people in the industry and realizing that we are all going through the same thing.
We are. But we have to support each other. We have to. And that's why I wanted other women on my project. I wasn't afraid to share. Yeah. I wasn't afraid. Somebody said throw signs.
Throw them signs. Throw them signs.
No, but we're running out of time, but I wanted to make sure that you know how much I appreciate you. And I adore your writing, but I also adore you as a human being. You're amazing.
Thank you.
You pick up the phone at 2 in the morning, tell your husband, thank you.
Oh, I ain't married, so.
Oh, you ain't? I thought you were.
I'm divorced. I'm single. 3 years divorced.
Oh, she's single. She's single, y'all.
Wait, I got somebody real quick that wants to say hi.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Wait a minute. Come real quick. Come quick.
Where?
Just come over quick. Put your face over. Put your face.
Hi. Oh, hey. Thank you for sharing her.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's immensely talented. Thank you for sharing her. So she said, I know. So Philly, I love it.
I think so.
Thank you. Look where you get it from.
All right.
So sweet.
Like, no, I love you.
Oh, she's so sweet. Hey, Jess.
I'm running low.
Yeah, we're running out of time. Listen, we got to do a part 2, man. So when the album comes out, we can talk about WK&D. Because people don't know that song is so dope, man.
Yes,
we wrote the hell out of that. Yep. But anyway, we ran out of time. So listen, but everyone follow Tyte Writer. I put it in there. I'll put it in there again. I should have had it in the heading.
I can do the wave, so you should follow me because I can do the wave.
You're so funny. Wait, let me spell it right without laughing. Please follow her right there. She's an amazing teacher, but she's also an artist now, so she has music coming out. Thank you for writing on my album and just being my friend for so many years. And just being you, man. Don't overthink it. Just go with it, how it's going to go. Keep dodging the stuff, man.
Yes, I am. I'm with you, homegirl. And keep guys for joining you and loving you. I love you.
Aw, thank you guys for joining. I'm trying to make sure we get. Do you have tips on to develop the voice? That's a whole thing I'm gonna have to get up there. R&B is alive and well as long as I am living and all the people around me, honey. Come on.
Oh look, we ended on 111 viewers. That's beautiful.
Oh, that's great. It's been pretty strong.
It popped up, but I saw 111. In my mind, we ended on 111.
Y'all be good out there. Tyte, thank you so much, Crystal. I adore you. Keep going. Keep writing. Yes. Keep being an artist and just have fun. Don't miss the good stuff, man. Don't forget the good stuff. It's so much good stuff.
I love you.
All right. Love you more. Y'all be good. Bye. See you soon. The wild card.